Matt, victory in the week. Pleased with the character that your team showed in coming from behind?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's a big thing. I said at half time the other night, look, Bradford did it to us, and we need that character. We need that togetherness. I don't think it could have been any opposite sides of a performance, first half to second half. But I'm glad we got the reaction. It was a difficult night for younger players, and senior lads come on and made a big impact. So yeah, look, we need to carry this momentum across now to Saturday.
Yeah, big learning experience for a couple of those youngsters, wasn't it? Have you had to do a little bit with them, kind of wrap around afterwards, or is that just part of the learning experience?
A little bit of both, really. I've spoken to them both, and it's something they've got to learn from. Like, it's not easy playing professional football, otherwise everybody would do it. So the good kids have got the right attitude towards it, but unfortunately, it were almost like the harder they tried, the kind of worse it got. But I've spoken to them; they know when and where it went wrong. They know probably why it went wrong, and they'll learn from it. And that's the main thing sometimes. And that's the good thing that competition can give people. It can give them an opportunity to learn, and hopefully those two young players definitely get that.
Did you think you get a winner from the right boot of Reece James?
I certainly didn't know, and I think when you watch it back, he almost thought, "Am I going to shoot my right foot here?" I've asked him this morning actually. How long did it take you to decide to shoot with your right foot? And he's never struck it as clean in his life. But no, look, I've said all summer we need to chip in with goals from everywhere. JMO's not a recognised goal scorer, but he's getting into areas now where he can score a goal. And Denzel Hall has obviously chipped in from other side. But it's not just the striker, everybody looks at strikers, but the midfielders, Kieran Spence scored a good goal. And we've got to start getting goals from every area of the pitch, not just at the striking area.
Do you feel that goal from Kieran Spence, which was an excellent goal, is he can probably crack on now maybe a bit and start seeing a little bit more of that?
Yeah, well, I'm really encouraged with his midfielders. I think with Kian and Shawnee and Dangor and Powley, like Kells, Drew Yearwood, Benno, like obviously Arjani played there on Thursday night and I thought did really well as a 10. So look, we've got real good options now, and I wanted that competitive edge in there, and I've said all along really about his injury list, and now we're seeing players get back, but now we're seeing competition, now we're seeing good on good in training, and that can only help as a manager. I want to have issues with selection. I don't want my 11 to be 11 and nobody pushing anybody, and I think we're starting to get there, and that's promising moving forward.
Yeah, do you feel that encouragement from the last two? A win and a draw, 5 goals scored. I know some of the goals against you'll be disappointed with, but it certainly seems to be something that you can build on now.
Yeah, and I think that like it's dead easy sometimes to come and do these interviews and say, look, it's going to take time and it's tough, but we are getting somewhere, and we are getting people back, and we are getting that competition back. And look, like it's not just around the Saturday, it's the week building up to that, and people say, well, it is all about the Saturday. Look, I'm not that naive to think it isn't. It obviously is, but at the same time, the training standards, the way that we prepare, the way that the players push each other through, the competition that they get in training has a big impact on that on Saturday, and that then can then push the team and the squad of players through. So it's positive. It's positive from my point of view that we're getting these players back, and I think people are now starting to see signs of why we brought them to this football club.
You allowed Kieran McGuckin to go out on loan to Eastleigh. What do you hope that he gets from that, and what's kind of been your message to him going out?
Just regular game time really, and going and playing. Look, Kieran's at an age as a lot of players are, to be fair. We need to be playing week in, week out, and I felt his opportunities have probably become a little bit limited, and obviously it's even harder when you're not getting recognised minutes to get up to speed when called upon. And look, I've got a lot of time for Kieran. However, it's important that Kieran kind of develops and gets game time. So that's what I expect. I expect him to score goals. He's gone there to score goals, and let's see how he does, and then we'll reevaluate in January.
Is it one of those that could have happened a bit earlier if it hadn't have been for the numbers that you didn't have in the squad within the last month?
Yeah, but I don't think that's just in Kieran's case. I think that probably might have been with a number of players within the group. I think that it's been difficult, as I've just said, about injuries, but almost allowing people at times to move some pieces around and reshape the squad like I would have probably wanted to. However, we are where we are at this minute. There's no window open, so everybody kind of gets their head down, works as hard as they can to try and impress me to get in the team, and then it's my job to try and pick the best team for that, whatever game and opposition we come up against.
Will you have Josh Benson available for selection this weekend?
Yeah, we're hoping so. It looks a lot more positive than it did certainly Thursday when the tackle was made. So yeah, let's wait and see. He's showed some good signs. We've got a few selection dilemmas coming up. Obviously, it's difficult with Arjani not being here and Lenny Agbear. It's not great in the fact that we've got two players we can't select.
You couldn't find a distant grandparent of another player.
No, it would have been
country,
nice.
Yeah.
And look, like Lenny, obviously made an individual mistake for a goal on Thursday, and I think he will have really wanted to have played and get it out of his character a little bit more before this game. So I think it'd have been good for him to get it away from it Saturday. I think Bap, obviously, he played reasonably well on Tuesday, and now that's almost got out of his system. And that's what's going to happen with these young players. And I think we saw the Arjani Martha that I signed went on Thursday night, and I'm disappointed to not have him this weekend. But then it's somebody else's opportunity.
Yeah, Dale Tong was talking about it being a bit early for Sam Nombe. You're not tempted just to put him on the bench, maybe just eke 2 minutes out of him or something?
I'll watch this space, wait and see.
We shall indeed. 2 p.m. kickoff at the weekend. Some funny kickoff times in modern football. Is that one you've come across before?
No, I don't think I've ever kicked off at 2 o'clock. But again, it's part and parcel of modern day football, isn't it? It seems to be happening more and more. Different times, different afternoons. We've had a Thursday night. We've had a Saturday now at 2 o'clock. We might have a Sunday morning. Might be back to good old days at some point. But yeah, no, look, it is what it is, and we prepare right, and we're prepared for it, and we're ready to go.
Yeah, they had a tricky start to the season, Northampton, but they seem to have picked up a bit. What's your assessment of where they're at right now and what their problems they could cause?
Well, I've got a lot of time for Kev. I played with him with England set up as a young player, so I've obviously his career progressed really well, and he's done well in management so far, and I think that he's put an imprint on the team that he wants. I know obviously we played them back end of last season, and the kind of things that we both weren't happy with our own teams. So yeah, I think they'll be a different proposition now as we will be. So yeah, a lot of time for him, and I wish him all the success after Saturday. But obviously he'll be wanting to beat me as I'll be wanting to beat him.
Do they play in his mould? Because I suppose any players that play the way Kevin Nolan played will certainly give you a good battle, give you a good game.
Yeah, well, I think look, he's had an amazing career, and he's a great bloke. And like I say, he'll be a good manager. He demands a lot, but we all demand a lot. Every manager it's a tough gig, as you know, and we're all kind of doing the best for our club. But I think he's reshaping that football club. And it's good to see for him personally. I'm obviously the same age as him, so I love to say he's a younger manager, but he doesn't seem that young now, does he? With me with my grey hair, but yeah, he's a good opportunity, and it's good that like young English coaches, managers now are getting chance. Obviously, sat talking to you now, and Kev's another one, but I hope that it'll be 4 o'clock, won't it, on Saturday, not 5 o'clock, that we're celebrating 3 points.
There's many ways to get to Northampton, but there's quite a lot of Rothers fans going and raising some money and doing stuff with the community trust with the 100 miles for 100 years. It's a fantastic initiative, isn't it? And somebody that's doing a running challenge yourself this month, I'm sure that your best wishes will be with everyone that's taking part in that.
Yeah, an unbelievable effort, an unbelievable cause. I know yourself, you're doing a run at the minute. Yeah, it's tough, but look, as tough as it is for you, it's as tough for them people you're doing it for, and I think that's the most important thing with anything that's coming out. But look, yeah, Hardy Souls set off already. I think they've covered 9.5 miles or something last time I'd heard from them. So yeah, we thank them for their efforts, and we want to reward them with a performance, and I'll be making sure that the players know about their hard work and getting down there and make sure that's representative in our performance on Saturday.
Brilliant. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you.
That good memories of Northampton for you, where it all began.
Yeah, it did. Seems like forever ago now, even though it's about 4 months, is it? Whatever it is. But yeah, good night for myself, my family, and football club. And I'd snap your hands off for a 2-0 win on Saturday.
How do you reflect on the time since then now?
Ups and downs, I think. I'll not be out of character saying that. Out of turn, sorry, not character. Yeah, pleased with certain aspects of it. disappointing in some aspects because I don't think we've really fulfilled what this team is potentially able to deliver. I knew it were going to take a while because of ages and how we've recruited, but I thought we'd be up to speed a little bit quicker than we have. Look, there's loads of reasons for that. Injuries is obviously one of them, but I would have still liked an accelerated development really within the group. But I'm really positive at this moment in time, despite my monotone voice, that I think we're looking like I think we should look, and I think we're playing with a team where we can see that confidence back. You can see the players coming back, and we just need to cut these individual mistakes out fundamentally. And like obviously Dale did press of the night, and he spoke about how hard it is for us to score a goal, and at times it's probably a little bit too easy for us to concede a goal, and they're the things that we've been working on. But I'm really pleased with a lot of aspects. I'd have just liked it to have probably been a bit quicker.
Shaun, I imagine there's been a bit of a boost in the camp this week with the victory in the cup in midweek.
Yeah, for sure. It's obviously a win that we needed. It was a case of obviously getting it at any means possible, and we managed to do that. So hopefully that can kick us on and start a new run.
Two very different halves. I think that's fair to say, isn't it?
Yeah, I think obviously being amongst it and obviously watching it back and analysing it. Yeah, the first half's obviously not something that obviously we wanted to produce, but just credit to the second half that we managed to come down from 2 goals down. I think that's a positive in itself. Being able to turn the result around like that is obviously massive for the camp, and yeah, we don't want to be putting up too many performances like that in the first half again. So we'll move on from that and take the victory, and hopefully we can kick on from there.
It certainly feels like these last couple of games, with a really good draw against Bradford, with another 3 goals and a win in the week, that it could be a little bit of a turning point, maybe give everyone a little bit more belief that you can pick up some more results in the league now.
Yeah, I think with results obviously brings a lot of confidence in itself, and yeah, with us getting a win there, I think it does put us in right stead. But I think if we look at all the games and pick out some of the games, like you just said, the Bradford one, I think the performance levels are there and they can be there. It's just about sustaining it for not just the 90 minutes, game after game. I think we do need to obviously first put it together for 90 minutes and then try and get a result on the back of it. But it's about taking the confidence into every game. I think you can't just be putting up 45 minutes here, 45 minutes there, because that's not how you get up in the leagues where you want to be. So I think it is going to obviously give us so much confidence, but we have shown in patches what we can do, and I think it is starting to come together. That was before the result. I think that just getting the win obviously on Tuesday is another obviously bonus for us as well.
Is that kind of promising and frustrating in equal measure, that you've shown it in bits and pieces that you can do it, but equally you've not been able to replicate that on a more consistent basis?
Yeah, I think it's tough obviously to put your finger on why that's the case, but I mean, when we look at obviously going through the analysis and when we are training here day in, day out, I think we've got so much in the building that we should be doing way more than we have been showing. And the league position we're in, I don't think that shows where we want to be and how we are as a team at the minute. I think the Gaffer's always implementing and showing us how we want to play, and I think it's up to us as players to be able to produce that on a more regular basis.
How do you feel like this season's gone for you personally? Do you feel like you've kind of played yourself more into the team as it's gone along?
Yeah, I would have said so. I think obviously I missed a game. I think last weekend now, just to a little niggle that I picked up obviously in the Wimbledon game. So I think obviously that's put a stumble in the works. But I think it's about me. I said before, I just want to play as many minutes as I can this season and try and kick on. I think I've shown what I can do, and it's just about the same as a team thing really. Just about putting it on for a longer duration and more consistency.
What's the kind of vibe been like this season? Clearly you got a bit of time with Matt Hamshaw at the end of last season, but a lot of changes in the summer. He's getting his foot under the table. How do you think things are progressing under Matt here?
I think that's football. I think when you've got a big turnaround in terms of the team, it does obviously take its time. I think it's not obviously what people want to hear, but that is football in the day. It's going to take a bit of time to gel, and I think when the performances start showing and the results start showing as well as the performances, I think it will be a better place. But for now, it's just about sticking to the plan and sticking together. And I think the boys that have come in, obviously they are very good players. You know what I mean? I don't think we've got any problem in that side of things. But it's about putting results together in the league now and climbing up the table, because before you know, Christmas is around the corner. And I think that's when the games come thick and fast. That's when you can really climb up the league. So it's a time of the month now where we should be coming together, and I think this is going to kickstart our season. That win on Tuesday.
I think it certainly helps when you've got a few strikers fit as well, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, you've got goals obviously missing there, and when you have, obviously, we've got strikers that have been playing, and we have been playing in a team where, for a couple of games, we wasn't creating that many chances and we wasn't scoring. So it's hard to point the finger really, because we're a team. You know what I mean? As a team, if you create more opportunities for the strikers, they're going to score more. So I think we're all partly to blame. But when you have got the options, obviously, that the Gaffer's going to have when they're all coming back from injury, that obviously is a much bigger bonus.
Of course it is. Looking forward to heading to Northampton at the weekend.
Yeah, for sure. I think I missed last year's game. I was injured actually, so yeah, it'd be nice to go there. I think see a few familiar faces, and yeah, it's we want to take 3 points. You know what I mean? So they're obviously higher up in the league than us at the minute, but we should be going to places like that, and we wanted to take 3 points definitely.
How did you reflect on your time there before coming to Rotherham?
Yeah, I loved it. I think obviously that was where my whole career has been. Like I said, a few familiar faces. I've got nothing but respect to everyone there, and yeah, I will enjoy seeing them. But we've got a job to do, so obviously you have to put that to the side. But yeah, I can't wait to go back, to be fair.
Be huge, wouldn't it, if you managed to get 3 points, not just for yourself and going back to a former club, but with the way the season is, with the way the away form has been. If you could get that kind of monkey off your back a bit, it would really propel things forward.
Yeah, for sure. I think there's a lot obviously going on in the game. It's back-to-back wins, winning away from home, us not being able to get too many results. You know what I mean? There's a lot really riding on it. So when we obviously do go there on Saturday, if it was to get 3 points, it's obviously vital. And I think, like I've just said, it's about confidence as well. You know what I mean? So we don't go there not wanting to win and not want to put up a performance. We go there with full confidence, and just with the analysis today, I think we've looked at it and the morale around the camp is good. So I think we go there in the right frame of mind.
Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
You spent a long time at Northampton. What kind of reception are you expecting from Northampton?
I'm not too sure, to be fair. I think I will get a good reception, if I'm being honest, because I think I didn't leave there with any bad blood, and obviously I spent numerous years there and played.
Big play for him as well.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I played quite a few games, so I've got nothing but respect for them, and hopefully they have the same for me. But yeah, we'll see. But I think it will be a good reception.